What's up, Internet? This is Rambling Josh, and you're watching another episode of Let's Play Ogre Battle 64. Today we continue laying the smack down on the fools that are sitting here in the Sable Lowlands. This is an Archmage, by the way. It's an advanced form of the Wizard. So let's continue said smackdown with three-headed dogs. Jesus, they're powerful. It's kind of funny, really, because hellhounds and dragons are really kind of two opposite sides of the same coin. Especially if you go with platinum dragons, the way I did, just because that way they're opposite alignments. But that's not really relevant to the statement I was about to make. See, hellhounds, in the beginning of the game, they're just like ridiculously powerful, especially because they're one of the only units that can get 3 attacks per round early on. But at the beginning of the game, dragons are just terrible. By the end of the game, dragons can be very good, but hellhounds start to kind of lose their luster a little bit. As enemies get stronger, they get a little bit more vulnerable to being slaughtered. So it looks like we managed to catch up with this unit. We're probably going to have to face off against that Archmage too in the process. But I think that's a good trade-off. I'll take it. Actually, what I think I'm going to do is pause. Oh, some healing on that unit, but whatever. I've raged about healing enough. What other kind of strongholds do we have here? That's fairly chaotic. That's fairly lawful. And that is also lawful. So let's see. Orwell is my only chaotic guy here, but I'm gonna... Well, let's check what his alignment's like. I think that should be good to hit them all. I hope. I pray. What's Magnus's alignment looking like? He should be good to hit up the other places. Well, let's unpause and let Orwell move out a little bit. I gotta be careful with this unit because there's so many casters. Even though their position is horrible, your back row is gonna take a nasty beating. Luckily, my back row is Katrina, who is fairly resilient to magic and is also capable of healing. Now, Archmages, they use level 2 magic, which is similar to ninja magic in that it hits like multiple enemies. So instead of Fireball, they use Firestorm. Oh no, I was a little premature, but it ticked over. So let's use that Pedro Wind. Maybe I can kill off Mr. Archmage. Nice. That worked out perfectly. That went much better than I expected. Katrina's getting a little bit more use than I would like. I should probably spread it out a little bit more among my units, but what are you gonna do? Okay, send Magnus and Fidach and let's go with Margaret. Meanwhile, let's take this unit and let's move out a little bit, see if there's any guys waiting for me down here. Actually, I should start taking a look at that list of hidden items on this map. I've already found a Valiant Mantle, which is probably what I was most concerned about finding. I found the... Did I find a Balder Armor? Did I get that from killing an enemy? I can't remember. 60 healing. Jeez. That's pretty awesome, healing up a unit for half of their health in a single heal. I mean, that can pretty much straight up just negate the damage that an enemy unit's doing. Mostly because enemy units are terrible, but that's kind of beside the point. I think you've done enough now, Katrina. You pull back a little bit. No, not to the stronghold. Okay, so this is Preligi. So no, I haven't found the boulder armor yet. There's another Satan's Bulova here. Well, I don't really need it, just because I've already found 2 of those, and you can only have like the story route that I'm going. You can only have 2 Dark Knights anyways, but I might as well find it because I think they probably sell for a decent amount. Let's intercept you with Miss Valkyrie unit. Book of Bane. I'm kind of undecided on that one. I might use it. Well, actually, I can't remember. I think that might actually be better than the normal, like, fire, water, earth, and wind books. So, if that's the case, then obviously I'm going to have to use it. Wait, Magnus? Why are you fighting them? I sent my Valkyries after them. Oh, whatever. It matters not. Okay, let's creep up a little bit more. So there is a unit there. I want to wait before I actually engage that until I kind of have the north under control. Why did you get there before Orwell? You were sent out significantly after Orwell. Well, that's rather unfortunate. Okay, and this place is fairly lawful. Let's send Magnus. Actually, there's another lawful place down here, isn't there? That's certainly not it. How are you doing on alignment? Very high. Okay. How about you? Also very high. Well, I'll just go with it. Send Feedatch up there. This is the chaotic one, right? Send Orwell down there. Maybe he can actually do his job this time. Yay, Armat? Boulder armor. Boulder armor's a little bit better, although I think I probably bought enough that I don't actually need them. I probably don't need any more boulder armor. I'm itching for action. Ow. They're kind of giving me a bit of a beating here. But now it's my turn to retaliate. Honestly, I think my wizards probably do almost as much damage as their entire unit, so I guess it's evens out in the end of the day. Although I do wish Aznabel would actually hit the units. That would be helpful. Let's throw a Pedra Flame their way. Hopefully that should finish off the leader. Down he goes. Good job, Orwell. You're pulling your weight again, and I'm oh so happy about that. And let's... No, Katrina's gotten more than enough work out already. Let's send her up here. There's a couple of units up there that need taking care of. Might as well have him take on that paladin. He's right there. Is this the guy that I just fought? I guess he wandered back into me. That could be bad, actually. I have to be very watchful of how this plays out. Ah, screw it, whatever. If he dies, I'll just revive him. I'm willing to pay the cost. I'd rather do that than lose the chaos frame of having this stronghold recaptured. What I'll probably do, because I happen to have spent all my money, is have him retreat to the stronghold, or the headquarters, and use one of them Ultra Resurrections on him. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter how strong these guys are, really, because at this point, basically nobody can touch my badass smites. And I mean, my archers they're there. They do damage, I guess. Preparing for combat. Am I gonna finish them off this time? I want to say not quite. Maybe if I get like a lucky critical hit or something. It's gonna be close though. Level up! I should keep using Fiat just so I can turn those guys into paladins like fast. I just love paladins so much. They're just amazing. Now why couldn't you have gotten that critical hit last time? I guess the danger is that if you use someone too much, then they get overleveled. And of course I tend to be a little bit paranoid, OCD about not having that happen. Because if someone gets overleveled, then, well, it's just bad. Orwell has no danger of losing this fight, but of course, killing these guys means that my berserker who died doesn't get any experience from it. Which is actually even worse, because that means that the experience from killing those guys is divided amongst 4 people instead of 5, so the people who are alive get even further ahead, so that's kind of unfortunate. I really have to revive that berserker at some point. I'm probably gonna end up sending him back to my stronghold to use Ultra Resurrection rather than using the Witch's Den, even though he's already sitting on the Witch's Den location. So let's send Mylene up here to take on this hiding fencer. And of course Magnus is heading up to the last stronghold in the northwest, because he has an appropriate alignment for taking that out. Well, taking that stronghold, not so much the people on it, because Doesn't really matter what alignment you have when you're killing people. They die all the same. Take on Wizard Face with the Valkyries. Luckily, Valkyries tend to be pretty good at absorbing magic damage. Although, Valkyries casting spells on sorceresses tends to be not the most effective thing ever. So, there is that. But that's okay. We'll get them next time. And in the meantime, let's send this unit up to take the Southern Stronghold. We're going down, Archmage. Oh, critical hit. It's a little bit wasted, but whatever. It means I finished the battle that much quicker, so that works for me. Yay, power fruit that I may or may not ever actually use. And rather than chasing down that Hawkman, let's show off this unit down here before we call it a day for today. Preparing for combat. And that's a kind of terrible unit. In fact, you couldn't have made it a much worse formation if you tried. I suppose at least the fairy is kind of effective in the back row, but trying to make a fairy effective is kind of a lost cause to begin with. Oh no, magic missile! Although fairies do tend to be good at soaking up the magic damage. Huh. They really are synced up quite well now. If they all leveled up from 18 experience. But anyways, I am going to leave it there for today on Let's Play Ogre Battle 64. Catch you later.